Okay, let's dive right in. Barcelona versus Inter Milan. Big one. Champions League semifinal, first leg. April 30th, 2025.
Yep. Estadi Olímpic Lluís Companys in Barcelona.
And the prize? A spot in the Munich final, May 31st. Against, well, either Arsenal or PSG.
High stakes indeed. Barcelona going for their 6th title, Inter chasing number 4. You can feel the anticipation already.
Definitely. And there's history here, isn't there? They've met quite a few times in this competition.
12 times before, yeah. Barcelona actually have the edge historically. 6 wins, 4 draws, only 2 losses to Inter.
17 goals to 10 as well, I think.
That's right. But, you know, history only tells part of the story. You have to remember their last semifinal clash.
2010, Mourinho's Inter.
Exactly. Inter went through that time, went on to win the whole thing. So, yeah, Barcelona might have the stats, but Inter have that crucial recent semifinal memory. Adds a bit of spice.
Right. Now let's get into the teams. Barcelona first. They're leading La Liga, looking good there. But, and this feels big, they just had that insane Copa del Rey final.
Oh, yeah, against Real Madrid. Just a few days ago.
Went to extra time, 3-2 win. Thrilling, absolutely. But how much physical and emotional energy did that drain? That's the question, right?
It's a massive point. You can't underestimate the toll of a match like that, especially an El Clasico final going 120 minutes. Looking at their Champions League run, though, it's been pretty strong overall. 2nd in the group, then handled Benfica, beat Dortmund over 2 legs.
Although that Dortmund second leg loss was their only defeat in 2025 in Europe, wasn't it?
It was. But look at the goals, 37 scored in the competition. That's the highest tally. Shows you their firepower.
Definitely. And they're strong at home. 4 straight wins at the Estadi Olímpic and the Champions League, scoring, what, 14 goals?
Yeah, formidable at home. But there's the flip side.
The defense. 17 goals conceded in those 12 games. That feels leaky, doesn't it?
It does. It's a concern. Dortmund, like you mentioned, exposed that a bit with direct play in that second leg. It suggests a potential vulnerability.
And then the injuries. Bernal, Casado out. Maybe Balde, maybe Lewandowski. I hear Balde might try to make it back, but still. Doubts.
Those are key players. Balde's pace on the left, Lewandowski's finishing. Any absence is significant. Add that potential fatigue, those defensive questions.
And Inter are good on set pieces, which could target that weakness.
That's a definite threat. But let's not forget Barcelona's attack. Raphinha, wow, 12 Champions League goals. He shoots a lot. He works hard. He's been fantastic.
He really has.
And Lewandowski, even if he's carrying a knock, his record, his presence, it's immense. Plus, you've got Yamal's flair, Olmo's experience.
And Pedri in midfield, nominated for La Liga Player of the Month for April. He and De Jong can really control a game.
Absolutely. That midfield battle will be key. And Flick's system, that high-intensity possession game, it suits them, especially at home. He loves using Raphinha and Yamal wide to stretch teams.
Okay, let's switch focus. Inter Milan, also leading their league Serie A. But their recent form, it's a bit shaky, isn't it?
It is, yeah. 3 losses in a row just recently. Bologna, Roma in the league. Then AC Milan knocked him out of the Coppa Italia. That's not ideal preparation.
Not at all. But again, like Barcelona, their Champions League story is different. They came through a tough group, beat Feyenoord.
And then that huge win against Bayern Munich. 4-3 on aggregate. That was a statement. Showed their quality and resilience.
It really did. And their home form in Europe is incredible. Unbeaten in 14 at the San Siro. Away, maybe less convincing.
Generally, yeah. Less dominant away. But defensively, in this competition, they've been outstanding. Only 6 goals conceded in 12 games.
Wow. 8 clean sheets.
8 clean sheets. Jan Sommer has been brilliant, and that defensive structure is so well drilled.
And up front, Lautaro Martínez is on fire. Scored in both legs against Bayern, right? 5 straight CL games with a goal.
Yep, first Inter player ever to do that. He's absolutely lethal right now.
So despite the recent league wobble, Inter have serious weapons. That 3-5-2, Bastoni, Acerbi, Sommer, it's just so hard to break down.
It really is. And the Martinez-Thuram partnership up front has yielded, 15 Champions League goals combined? They're clinical, good in transition.
And those wing backs, Dumfries and Dimarco, they give them width, and Dimarco's crossing is dangerous.
Crucial players in Inzaghi's system.
Yeah.
Tactically, they're so disciplined. They frustrated Bayern. They can frustrate anyone. They track back, almost forming a back 5 sometimes out wide. Very organized.
So against that tough defense, who are the key Inter players Barcelona really need to watch?
Well, Martinez, obviously. His movement, his finishing. He's the main goal threat. Then Hakan Çalhanoğlu in midfield. His passing range is superb, and his set-piece delivery is world-class. That's a huge weapon against Barca's potential vulnerability there.
And Sommer in goal, you mentioned him. Could be busy.
Definitely. He's capable of pulling off game-changing saves. He's been immense for them.
Okay, tactical breakdown. How do you see this first leg playing out? What's the approach?
Well, Barcelona at home, under Flick, I expect them to go for it. High press, 4-3-3 probably. Try to disrupt Inter's rhythm right from the back.
Get at those wingbacks, Raphinha on Dimarco, Yamal on Dumfries.
Exactly. Test them defensively. Try to pin them back. The midfield battle is huge. Pedri and De Jong trying to dominate possession against Inter's three. And Lewandowski, if fit, his job will be to occupy those three center backs, hold the ball up.
And Inter's response, what does Inzaghi do?
I think they'll be compact. That 3-5-2. Absorb the pressure, stay organized. Then look to hit Barcelona fast on the counter.
Using the pace of Martínez and Thuram.
Precisely. Get the ball forward quickly through Calhanoglu and Barella in midfield. And, as we keep saying, set pieces. They'll see that as a major opportunity. Dumfries and Dimarco will try to provide width when they do get forward, stretch Barca's backline.
Makes sense. What about key individual battles on the pitch? Where could the game be won or lost?
Raphinha versus Dimarco down that wing that looks like a really key contest. Raphinha's directness against Dimarco's defensive duties, but also his attacking threat going the other way.
Right.
Midfield, Pedri's creativity against Calhanoglu's control and set pieces. That's crucial for the game's flow.
And at the back for Barca.
Pau Cubarsí, the young center back, up against Lautaro Martínez. What a test for the youngster against one of the world's most informed strikers. Huge matchup.
Okay, so putting it all together, what are the predictions saying? What's the general feeling from, say, the analysis at Football Best Moments?
Well, the analysis suggests it's really close, as you'd expect. They point to Barcelona's scoring power, especially at home, giving them a slight edge for this first leg.
But they also highlight Inter's defense, right? And Martínez.
Exactly. They stress Inter's defensive record is exceptional, and Martínez is a constant danger. So yeah, the feeling is it'll be tight. Football Best Moments leans towards a narrow home win for Barcelona.
Despite the potential fatigue from the Copa, and Inter's recent league form being poor.
Yeah, they acknowledge those factors. But think the home advantage and just that sheer attacking quality Barcelona possess might just tip the balance, giving them a small lead for the second leg.
So does Football Best Moments give a specific scoreline prediction?
They do. They're going for Barcelona 2-1 Inter Milan.
Okay, 2-1. Interesting. Who do they see scoring?
They reckon Raphinha gets one, maybe causing problems for Dimarco down that side, and Lewandowski, assuming he starts and is fit enough, possibly getting on the end of something, maybe a header or a close-range finish.
And for Inter?
Lautaro Martínez. Almost inevitable, isn't it? Probably on a quick break or from a set piece.
So the thinking is Barca's attack and home crowd gets them the win, but Inter are solid enough to keep it close and grab that vital away goal.
That's the rationale, yeah.
Yeah.
Sets up a really finely poised second leg back at the San Siro.
Okay, wrapping up then. What are the absolute critical factors we need to watch out for in this first leg, the things that could swing it?
Number one for Barcelona, fatigue. How much did that Copa final really take out of them? And are Lewandowski and Balde genuinely fit? That's huge. And they must be sharp defending set pieces.
And for Inter?
They need to shake off that recent poor domestic form, find that Champions League resilience they showed against Bayern. Their away record isn't stellar, so managing the game and getting that away goal is probably paramount for them.
And looking ahead, that second leg looms large. Inter are so strong at home.
Absolutely. Barcelona cannot afford to take a big deficit to Milan. They really need a cushion, even a small one, from this first leg.
So the prediction we're leaning on from the analysis is that narrow 2-1 Barca win. Both teams scoring, setting up a nail-biter in Milan.
This is about right. Should be tight.
And that leaves us with the final thought, really. Inter's fortress at the San Siro. If Barca do get this predicted narrow win, is it enough? Or can Inter's defense and Lautaro's finishing turn it all around on home soil?
That's what makes the second leg so tantalizing. This first leg is just Act 1. It promises to be absolutely captivating.